When did the internet become less about creating and more about reacting? Over the years, this concept of simply watching someone else's hard work on camera has created this subculture of content that some would consider to be straight up theft. Now, I want to give you the full scope of what we're dealing with here. So to start, I'm going to take you back to the early days of what reacting used to mean. I have always really appreciated and enjoyed YouTubers who can create a brand new thing from an existing video, kind of like H3H3 Productions. Before he started a podcast where the only thing he discussed is how much he hates Hasan Piker, Ethan Klein was the golden boy of YouTube because he was a small creator who took the piss out of bigger creators by showing just how ridiculous their videos are, by reacting to their absurdity, and painting it in a brand new light than what the original creator intended. Like when Vitaly released the Feeding the Homeless video, which Vitaly thought was going to be a beautiful montage about what an amazing person he is. But turned out to be him doing a piss poor attempt at coming across as a good person, while secretly revealing how frustrated he got simply handing out sandwiches to the hungry.
Look at what you're doing to me. Can you guys back up?
We got enough for everybody. Just back up! Back up!
We're standing in line.
We're standing in line! We're standing in line! Back up!
But you see that shit? It's funny. It's unique. I loved it the first time I saw it. He is technically reacting, yes, but he's putting a brand new spin on the video from Vitaly. Ethan eventually got sued in a pretty serious lawsuit that claimed that this video did not constitute fair use, and he was taken to court. This is the first time that fair use had ever been disputed in a legal setting. And after a pretty lengthy court battle, Ethan won, and it was a victory for reaction content. Then things started to get a bit generic, if I can put it that way, with the Fine brothers. These greedy bastards. You will not believe what they did. They started a channel where they had kids react to viral videos, or teens reacting to stupid shit, or, grandmas reacting to beheadings, that sort of stuff. Which was fine. It was a bit of a different, albeit more lazy way of creating reaction content. But after they had reached a certain level of fame, they tried to trademark reacting to anything on YouTube as their own intellectual property. These two dudes said that if you make a video where you talk about the new Star Wars trailer, then you owe them 50% of your ad revenue because they technically did it first. I mean, the absurdity of this is just so stupid because, who the hell do you think you are? Claiming that an entire genre of shit belongs to you. Get out of here, dude. Get that beanie off. You look homeless. YouTube and the wider community then freaked out after Fine Bros started copyright striking channels who did anything even remotely that can be defined as reacting. How insane does that sound? Bullying smaller channels who they claim are using their licensed format, when the Fine Bros built their whole channel on using other people's licensed content. You greedy, hypocritical fools! But you know what stopped this bullshit dead in its tracks? Is when they tried to go after Ellen for having a segment where kids react to old technology. Ellen, man, the billionaire who built her empire on greed and trying to relate to us common scum by dancing in front of her crowd before every show. It's okay, I'm one of you. So it seems at that point that the topic of reaction content had become blurry, but it was still technically fair use. And after this, reaction content just got bigger and bigger and lazier and lazier. And why not? It's easy shit, right? You can take a video that someone had spent tens, maybe even hundreds of hours on filming, animating, editing, and perfecting, put your face somewhere in the screen, play it in its entirety, while interrupting every now and then by saying, yeah, dude, that's true. Yeah, dude, I totally agree with what he's just said. Yeah, dude, that's right. This is not commentary. This is nothing. But technically, You do that and it's your own video. That 1 hour video has made a significant amount of money and it's all yours. I'm sure that some reaction YouTubers would give credit, but do you really think that that audience that has just watched that full reaction video is going to go back to the original creator and watch their video again in its entirety? Remember, these reaction creators are making millions. People like XQC, Asmondgold, Hasan, Piker, and Pokimane. They have all been pulled into significant copyright controversy because to some, this can be considered straight up theft. Now, a new concept of bait and switch is starting to make the rounds on platforms like YouTube and TikTok, where somebody will see a seemingly original video and then right at the end, some nobody will pull in with a reaction. Kind of like this one.
You've just earned a first-class ticket to pain.
What in the actual What in the actual
Just that nonsense at the end is technically making it their own creation. Like, come on, man. That's not right. That's theft. And the barrier of entry in these videos is so low, so it's gonna get bigger. And original creators are going to put something out there. It's inevitably gonna get stolen and reacted to by these hillbillies. And it's going to just pull the views away from the original creators, leaving them in the dust and allowing these lazy thieves to get the views. I genuinely don't understand why more people aren't talking about this, because really it isn't fair. A terrible example of this is this guy. He is a drummer who likes to react to real drummers. This is one of his videos.
Let's check this out.
Do you see that shit? He's doing nothing. He's bobbing his head up and down while posting that full video on his channel, when you know that viewers aren't watching it for him. They're watching it for the actually talented drummer. How do these people sleep at night knowing that they're making the laziest, most shallow type of content possible? Now, I have to be honest. When I first started making YouTube content, there were a few of my shorts that followed this same style of reaction approach. And I recognize how lazy and frankly shit these videos were. I regret making them. And I'm actively working on removing videos that I find pretty hypocritical. Now, I want to ask your opinion on this. Is this fair use? Because I believe that if this sort of content is allowed on YouTube, that the revenue should go to the original creator. Is that fair? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.